Welcome to Making the Spiritual Practical with Veronica Drake, the channel where we help you live your spirituality with grace and clarity.
Hey everybody, it's me. I'm going live, and oh my gosh, I don't know. Look, I can never know which way to do my hair when I'm when I'm looking at the camera. Okay, because I feel like, see, I go the wrong way. I feel like a bit of a hag here. Anyway, I hope the lighting is okay for you all. I had it on me before, and I looked like I was just like a floating head. Everything was black around me. My shirt's black, and I hope this is a little bit better. All right, so full disclosure, I had my girl boss, okay? I had her, and now I'm putting on my lady pants, and I'm having some red wine, just a little bit. Haven't sipped any yet. Believe me, I am in full faculty here. I can channel, I can do it all. Even when I sip a little bit of vino, it just works that way. So I've got two computers going here. I'm like the guru. I have your questions up. I'm going to scroll and roll on my desktop, and I'm talking to you on my laptop. So here's what you need to understand. Let me turn off my little heater here because I feel like it's making too much background noise. Okay, here's what you need to understand. Even if you haven't asked this specific question that I'm going to read, that does not mean that you cannot benefit or you won't hear an answer. So what I want every one of you to do is set the intention that you're going to find your answers during this broadcast. If you're not watching it live, you can go back and watch the replay, listen for your questions, and hopefully it will resonate with you, and you'll get ding, 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 and you'll know that your question has been answered. So I'll give you a few minutes. Go get your favorite beverage. I'll take a little sip of vino. Cheers. I opened up a nice Shiraz. Okay, so let's get started. Bobby Joe. I hear high-pitched noise in my ear, feel goosebumps, swear I catch people out of the corner of my eye. I see faces when I go to sleep, see numbers in certain order over and over. My question is, I feel like a hot mess. I can't seem to get it together or figure it out. What would you recommend? So, Bobby Joe, here's what I know, and all of you listening, see if this is relevant to you. Bobby Joe, based on what you've written in before, experiences you've shared, experiences you've had, you, my dear, are being called, just as many, 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 many of us are on the planet, and you're not stepping up and answering the call in terms of honing your skill. So the universe, spirit, keeps giving you over and over these particular experiences so that they become very familiar to you. So you start to recognize that, hello, spirit's tapping on your door. So what I would recommend is that you continue to grow yourself spiritually. I would sit down and ask, what is it that I'm most drawn to? Do I see things, hear things, smell things, feel things? Which sense am I most open to exploring? And then I would go with that, and I would learn how to discern things. I'm actually putting together something for 2018 where I will be teaching how to channel. And so those of you that know me, you know I keep things really simple, and I'm going to be keeping it really simple with that. So Bobby Joe, the other thing is just hang right here. You know, I'm going to be putting things out, and if you have other teachers that you watch, certainly go hang out with them. But anybody experiencing this, you are being called to wake up, hone your gifts, accept your gifts, and then ultimately share your gifts. So All right, so let's scroll. Next question, Tiki. Oh, very cool name, Tiki. Will the big pharma ever go under in this lifetime? Tiki, here's the thing. Big pharma is not going to go under in this lifetime because everything that we have in this lifetime is relevant to this lifetime. What's missing is balance. So we shouldn't ask, is big pharma going to go away? We should ask if big pharma is going to get balanced, if our usage and our need of big pharma is going to get balanced. And the answer to that is yes, because globally, as we wake up, and we are, what you need to understand is more holistic, medicinal holistic properties are going to be introduced to us as human beings. We're already seeing herbs and naturopath and holistic practitioners come in more and more, but there is a place for big pharma. Now, let me clarify this because the guides just said to me, big pharma as a controlling entity will subside. So that's probably more what you were asking. And sorry, I was getting all the feedback. So I hope that answered your question, Tiki. Okay. Hey, Susan, will Trump finish his full term? So removing my personal opinions, which I do because I, as a channeler, as an intuitive, it's never about me. And so I'm literally going to ask the guides right now, will Trump finish his full term? And the answer immediately came out to be a no. He will not. So that's the answer there. Tabitha, what past life connections do I have with my children? Tabitha, without going into a whole lot of detail because we don't have time for that, here's what I'll tell you. People that are in our tribe, in our DNA family of origin, brothers, sisters, mothers, we have shared lifetimes with them. We travel in a soul pack, if you will. And so you've shared every lifetime with them. Now, they may have switched roles with you. They may have been more distant at times. Maybe they skipped certain lifetimes with you, but you can be assured you have spent every lifetime with them that they have chosen to incarnate in. So it is a big answer, as you can see, but that's the simple answer right there. Okay, so Melanie, does the universal energy feel weird to anyone else? I'm feeling uncharacteristically agitated. Melanie, I answered, yep, that was my answer in the comments. And the reality is, yes, there is a lot of wound up energy, I'll call it. So in other words, what's happening, and I'm just finishing getting downloaded the little overview for 2018 that's going to come out in a PDF form, and I've listened and I've had it channeled in and I've done research with my guides, and really we are in a time right now where we're shedding our skin. And what's happening is there's so much irritation and so much frustration in the world because people are trying to do things that are no more energetically aligned than trying to put a size 9 foot in a size 5 shoe. And guess what? If I had you walk around in a size 5 shoe and you had a 9 foot, you'd be pretty pissed off. It would not feel good. And that's what's happening right now. We are busting out at the seams with this energy, and people are angry, and there's probably not even able to explain why they're angry. And so the reality is we're just trying to do things that no longer fit with where we are heading energetically. So I hope that's helpful. Jonna, I need to know if my daughter will get her act together, meaning start being a mature, responsible adult soon. She lives in Maine with her boyfriend and has a nice job as a vet tech, but she is constantly sick and terrible with money. I just feel if she gets on track, then I can stop worrying. I know. I'm putting conditions on my peacefulness. So, Jonna, here's the thing. Worry is choice. I get it. I'm a mom. I get it. Truly, when I have a worry thought come into my head about my kids especially, I turn to Jesus, the Christ consciousness, and I say, look, they're your kids. You're going to look after them. You're going to figure it out. I am on standby. And that's what you need to start getting in the mindset of. Your daughter is absolutely fine. She's doing everything she needs to be doing. Now, if she's putting her hand out and you're paying her rent and she's not paying her bills, that's a bigger issue. In terms of sickness, she needs to work through her energy blocks. And that's something when she chooses to wake up spiritually, she'll do. But that's why she keeps getting these sicknesses, this rundown. Also, Jonna, I feel a lot of childlike energy around her. Does she work with children? Okay. Anna had signed up for long clairvoyant program and feel that I have really gone backwards in my ability. Is this program for me? Should I continue when I have so much doubt? So Anna, here's the thing. Let me be very clear about what I'm about to say here, because by no means do I want to take food out of anybody's mouth. The reality is we are all intuitive. We all know it. And the reality is most people resist it. Now, what you're paying somebody for, truly, is to make you confident. Because if you really know what you know, and I know you know what you know that you know that you know, you're paying somebody to help you feel confident to do what it is that you inherently know how to do. I'm trying to get the lighting right here because I look like a floating head, I think. All right. Oh, that's weird. Like, look at that, creepy, right? Look at my white chair. Anyway, I don't know. I'm kind of digging that. Anyway, so should I continue when I have so much doubt? Here's the thing. Is it doubt? Is it your gut talking to you, or is it doubt because you're fearful that you can do it? If your gut's talking to you and you have doubt, 9 times out of 10, it's telling you you don't really need this. And so I would determine, are you in doubt because you're afraid you're not good enough, because you're afraid you can't finish it? Are you in doubt because you just feel like you kind of got this? So that's what I would say to that. Angela, I feel my third eye awakening. Will open completely. Angela, opening the third eye, which, by the way, for those of you, is right here. It's a chakra. It's the center of intuition, the center of knowing right here. And you can literally do this to open the third eye. Literally just pull apart, open the third eye. And for me, I love the color purple. So look at the purple flame. Pull it up on your phone, pull it up on your computer screen, study the violet flame and open it up. The other thing is, and I thought I had it here, I don't know where it is. I have an amethyst crystal. It's about this big. And I rub the amethyst crystal on my third eye. So that helps to open my third eye. Here's what you need to understand about that. We are naturally born with our third eye open. Our third eye, people call it our second intuition, or our second feeling. It's actually our first knowing. So intuitively, you will get a hit. You will know something coming from the third eye. And right away, you probably will have an adverse reaction. You'll stiffen up, you'll walk away from it, because if you trust that it's your intuition, guess what? You know you're going to have to do something about it. So, Angela, it will open completely because it is open completely. Whether you choose to acknowledge that or work with it is another thing. Going back to Anna's question, just get what's out there in terms of teachers that can give you and offer you experiences to open your third eye. 2018, I'm going to be blowing it out of the water here and making the spiritual practical. I'm going to be teaching, like I say, very spiritual, very practical, simple ways to do that. So hang tight and we'll just naturally open up that third eye. Deborah, what past life influenced this one? So the past life, first thing I'm seeing is you were a refugee and you were fleeing from something, and you kind of got these little feet that are running, running, running. And I sense in this life, you're also running from something. So I would encourage you to sit down and look at it. Look at what you're running from. I also see you surrounded by a huge body of water, which indicates to me that you have trouble catching your breath. So either you have some physical ailments, literal physical ailments, where you can't catch your breath, or you constantly feel like you're in motion and you don't take time to catch your breath. Okay. Let's see, Carol. Hi, Carol. Is it normal to question your abilities? Thank you for all that you do. Yes, Carol, extremely normal, especially when you're just starting out, or especially when you're surrounded by people who are non-believers. I don't question my abilities anymore, no matter what people sling at me, no matter what people say. Because beyond a shadow of a doubt, with all of my heart, I know what I know. I know how it works. I know how I use it. And I just am that confident. And so I'm going to tell you the secret to opening up, the secret to using any of your intuitive gifts is being confident. And if you ask people, women especially, what's the #1 thing you feel like is lacking in your life, they'll probably say confidence. So working on your confidence, hand in hand. Angie, just curious, how old is my soul? Well, Angie, that's a big question for a little bit of time. But what I will tell you is I will do something on soul ages and soul levels. So how's that? While I can't sit here and analyze it right now intuitively, I will put something out for you. Tracy, hey Trace, I know this might not be the kind of question, but will my partner Donnie's heart surgery go well in the new year? Tracy, that's not something I really want to answer publicly. Not that it won't go well. I'm just saying health questions I just want to kind of stay away from. My first gut feeling is yes. And the reason I'll tell you that is because I see the heart, ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. The heart is absolutely pumping. It's strong. It's vibrant. And I'm assuming because he needs heart surgery, it's not those things right now. So yes, 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 it will. Morgan, I'm curious why some visions I receive appear faded or far away in the distance. Morgan, that's a great question. So when things seem far away, or they seem, better yet, faded, it's because you're not privy to the whole picture. So picture this. If you're looking at me now and there's a veil or a sheer curtain covering me, you really can't see the whole me. You're not getting the whole picture. So Morgan, what is needed is for you to practice opening up your third eye, for you to practice, as I just talked about earlier in this video, developing your own intuitive knowing. The other thing is, if it's faded or it looks foggy, I call it, you may be needing to focus on 1 or 2 images in the vision, and that way you'll hone in. It's almost like a lens. If you're looking through a lens and you've got a wide lens, everything tends to get blurry. But as you narrow the lens in and you focus on one spot, it'll get very clear to you. So you'll have to discern, are you trying to be told something specific? Is there repetition in the visions? Meaning, is it the same theme? Are there the same players? Notice the similarities and see what messages are being left for you. Liz, am I a starseed? Liz, you're an old soul. So is that the same as a starseed? Because the guides just told me you're an old soul. MJ, I so need relief. Will 2018 be a much better year wise, and will we come out of the stress we are under? Well, the collective stress that we're under is because each one of us that is in stress adds to it. And so the only way that we will come out of the stress we're in is at that is if each individual works on their own stress. So here's what I suggest, MJ. Work on your own stress level and then find your posse, find your tribe, get with your group of people who have limited amounts of stress. Like-minded people gravitate towards each other. That's why you all are here on this page. You are like-minded. But what happens, we go out into the real world and everything falls on us and we forget the principles that we learn in our living room, in our home here, and making the spiritual practical. When in reality, this is a testing, this is a learning center, and the testing ground is when you go out into the world. So 2018 will be a better year when you choose to see it as a better year, regardless of what's happening, because things won't change necessarily, because things are the way they are cosmically, but it will change based on the way you see it. So I hope that's helpful. Carrie. Sorry, hang on here. Are there any messages waiting for me from someone in heaven regarding my future? I don't have time to tap in. I'm sorry about that, sweetheart. Sheldon, what shields do you like to use the most? I can't stand large groups, too much energy around me. Okay, cool. Sheldon, I feel the same way. And so when this is going to sound silly to you, but when I get around too many people, like it's like everything comes in at me. Boom, boom, boom. I'm hit with everybody's energy. So I just picture myself jumping in a big old, I call it a lipstick tube. I jump in the tube, I pull the lid down on me, and I just kind of surround myself with just this clear lipstick tube where I'm in it and I'm just protected. And I'm just constantly living from my heart space. I'm radiating love. I'm in the grocery store shopping. People are following me, saying to me, oh my God, everybody's talking to you. You're so happy all the time, because I truly vibrate at the highest level of love that I'm capable of. And I'm constantly working at raising my love vibration. So I hope that's helpful. Cornelia, how will my next job look like? In what industry do you see me? Cornelia, here's the thing about you. I don't know if you're personally like this, but professionally, I can see you are an organizer. You are the person that can help people find things. You know how to organize, how to get things done. So some sort of support role, and that could be if you're supporting businesses as a consultant, it could be as an admin, and I could also see you doing your own thing in organization. Now, if you say to me, oh, I'm not organized at all, the reality is, yes, you are. It just hasn't come out yet, and I want you to hear the word organization, and I want you to work with it. Okay. Monique, I answered your question, darling. You need to go for it. Kathleen, what would be the best way for me to enhance my connection to spirit? Kathleen, let me address your mind-blowing experience with your numerology report. Kathleen, it is a big report. It is overwhelming. I'm going to tell you, like you eat an elephant, take one bite at a time with this report. It's not going anywhere. Nothing's going to change. When I talk to you, we're going to decipher the whole entire thing. So don't be freaked out about the report, number one. Number two, to stay connected to, let me go back and the best way to enhance your connection. The best way to enhance your connection is to ask for your connection to be enhanced. And so what that means is sit down silently with your journal or whatever you do and just say, I'm open, I'm ready, I want to plug in, I am willing to be the conduit for the message. That's what I say. I'm the conduit for the message, and I'm willing. You must offer up yourself as a willing participant. And by the way, I can see your angels all around you. I see bright lights shining around you. So anytime you see shiny, ba-boom, 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 shiny stuff, your angels are with you and they're talking to you. So FYI. All right, we're trekking right through here. Oh, Andrea. Let's see, your tooth. Simple dental filling over 2 years ago has led to constant mouth tooth pain. Numerous dentists can't diagnose, had bite adjustments, night guards, root canal, no pain, mouth is constantly sore. This makes sense, doesn't feel like a fit anymore. You said you were getting a message from someone other than what you were trying to say, and a higher source, nerve damage. Oh, the root canal pain jumps from different teeth. Just wanted to confirm. Oh, so Andrea, here's the thing. You have gum sensitivity. Now, this is going to sound, this is what the guides are telling me. Rinse with salt water and rub Sensodyne on the area where the gum is. That's that simple. Try it. When I had a reading with you, so my parents, both on your side, were concerned about my sister. Where do I start? She has a serious blood disease all her life, and it's about 96 Parkinson's. Okay, so your parents, yes, your parents are just generally concerned. They've always been, Terry, this is for you. Terry, they've always been generally concerned with your sister, and that continues, honey. That's just, you've got it. It's what it is. I had a brother pass in August, Paulette. I had a brother pass in August just a few minutes before my birthday. I want to know if he made it into light. I did see him in a dream for a second, but he was old time religion and just want to know what he thinks now. Ha ha. Funny. You know, this is really interesting to me because the guides told me in order not to provide or create culture shock, you go into what you believed here on earth. So now the nice version of it. So I believe personally, and I've been told, hell is the absence of love. Hell is when we live from ego, okay? Your brother is totally chill. He's totally accepting. And the minute that the light hit him, he just went, ah, I get it. So he is totally fine. Scarlett, my love life seems to be flat, but I feel something on the horizon. What do you think? Scarlett, yes, but here's the advice your guides are giving you. To get something different, you must do something different. So in other words, the last couple of relationships you've had, you've attracted, and even in your platonic relationships, you keep attracting the same kind of caliber of people. So I would ask you, Scarlett, do this. Shift one thing about yourself. So take one area of yourself and shift it and see if you attract something different. I think that will help. Let's see. I went up too far. Stacy, I support both my disabled parents in my home and have been financially struggling most of my adult life. I want to know if I will be able to find a job or will something come along to help keep me financially stable in years to come, as I'm in my late 50s and not in the greatest health. My house is in bad condition. Stacy, here's the thing, sweetheart. Again, eat the elephant one bite at a time. You need somebody to help you work through the steps that it takes to get you one level up. Don't look at the big picture, one level up. Stacy, I can feel you're housebound. And listen, we're friends here. So Stacy, are you depressed? Are you clinically depressed? That's what I'll leave you with there, because you've got to start somewhere. And if you're depressed, and you can leave me a private message or you can hit reply to this question. If you're depressed, it takes a certain approach to get to the next level. And that's why I'm not going to give you the whole full recipe here. Hey, Candy, no question for me today. Just feel led to send love and prayers to everyone in your group, especially to you, because you're making it real. Oh, Candy, thank you. It's too hard to be anything but real, Candy. Gina, not really a question, but if I have anyone that wants to say hello, I would appreciate. Thank you in advance for your time and energy. Gina, sorry, sweetheart, I don't have time to tap in, but love you. Vicky, I've been drawn to the Civil War from early childhood, especially a Cavalier General from Virginia. Could this be a past life? Absolutely. This is a past life. Absolutely. You got it. I would say, Vicky, sit with that, ask for more revelation, ask for more questions, and then take it from there, because you're onto something. Barbara, anything coming in the new year regarding a love relationship? Barbara, I feel like you've had a couple of hit and misses. I feel like also you've got your stuff together. You kind of know what you're looking for. It's just that the right person hasn't crossed your path yet that equals your vibration. So in 2018, yes, there will be an equal vibrating partner, is what I'll say. So watch for an equal vibration that has potentiality as a partner, and then manifest that person into your life. Because I have a feeling this person walks your path. They're not real far from being connected to you. So it's somebody that knows you, that knows somebody, like that kind of thing. And you'll be like, oh, this person, they've always been there. Hey, Deb, for the last few days, I felt totally free. I feel like I have no pressure. I have completed everything I needed to. I'm in no rush. I'm at a total peace with myself and everything. It's like I stepped up to another level, so to speak. I am a new person. Would you explain? Debbie, listen, honey, because I know you like I know you, you have worked at this, girl. You have been at bat many times with this. And let me tell you something. I am honored to have watched your progress. You are open. You are one of the most open people I know. You let stuff flow. You hear the messages. You do stuff with the messages. Honey, you have earned this. And you, my friend, are free. And 2018 is your year. So just keep that in mind. All right, so Kristen, what past life connections do I have to my husband and children? Kristen, I answered something similar to that. Jessica, do my paternal grandparents look over me? I've never felt their presence after they passed. You know, Jessica, this is interesting. Yes, our people that have passed are always with us. Just because we don't feel them doesn't mean they're not with us. What I would do is, this is what I'm being shown, and I literally see things. So get a piece of paper or a journal, write their names down individually, start with grandma, and ask for a message, and then just write anything out that comes up. Notice any scents you smell, notice any colors you see, notice any repetitive thoughts, and then decipher the message, and do that for each one of them. Because until we can learn to just automatically connect like I do with the channeling, we really have to put practice into play, and that's what you're looking at. Okay, so let me just see, got a couple more here. Casey B, what is blocking me from attracting clients to my Reiki practice? Casey, belief in yourself. The only thing that blocks us from being successful is our thoughts about success. So sweetheart, look into that. Mary Ellen, is my future as a children's author successful? Mary Ellen, have you started the book yet? Because if you've not started the book yet, I suggest you sit down and start the book. And if you have started the book yet, what are you doing with it? Because the law of attraction, you attract what you put out. And so if you put these thoughts out of, I'm ready, but you don't have the book, you've got to put some action behind it. And yes, there would be success. Okay, so I answered as many questions as I could. I had over 50 questions, so I hope this was helpful for all of you. I'll actually try to do this a couple times a week and see if it's helpful. In the meantime, you can go to veronicadrake.com, book an angel reading with me, and coming up soon, I hope, I'm going to have that free guide, the overview of 2018, and I'm also going to introduce to you my Guiding Light weekly energy forecast. So there's lots on the horizon for Veronica Drake. So stick around, stick with me, and don't forget tonight at 7:30 Eastern, Amy Harper, and the link is on this page, is having an energy session. So I suggest you jump over there and check it out. All right, guys, I love you. Have a beautiful, beautiful evening.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share us with your friends. Let's make the spiritual practical.